our beauty here. We're going to attempt to paint it with no experience.
The hands and some rollers and some paint, of course.
Can we do it? You tell us.
I'm Ryan and this is Jenny. And together we have a plan to travel the world.
All right, well, we better get cracking because we've got limited time and we need to get it done. We've got we do have limited time. Yeah.
Multitude of problems here. This is where we've just filled a little bit and primed over the top. We've obviously got the plastics broken, we've got to fix them. When we take the plastics off, we've got to paint in here. We've got another scrape here. We've got the edges of the door, which are all chipped away. We have another mark here. We've got some old stickers. We've got filling that I've done here, here and here. Here and here. Plenty of filling, obviously needs more. The worst bit, the hardest bit, we've got inside the door jambs. All this we would like to be the same colour as the van when we paint the van. So we want all this, so we'll have to take this rubber off somehow and paint on the inside of that. We have, all this needs sanding back and some places need filling as well. We've had filling down here. Some more filling here we've done. Some more filling there, some more filling there, some more filling there. We've also got all this to be black. And here we come to the best bit. So, the previous people who painted the van didn't paint it very well. So basically, we've got to sand that back as much as we possibly can. We've got to fill all these bits and we've got to take these stickers off and then try and paint it. But as you can see, the paint's all chippy. So we have to get all that right. There's a lot of paint that isn't secure on this van. So we have to key it and make sure it's completely secured to the van. And this is the worst bit on the van here. This area here.
Ryan's just removing the plastics.
This is great fun, removing these plastics around the van. I do this with a mini pry bar that you can buy from Amazon. We'll leave the link in the description. We bought ours from TikTok. That filling needs tidying up before priming. We then started by taking the rear lights out, as we don't want to get paint on them and it's easier to take them out rather than masking them. I had already unbolted it on the inside, so I just need to pull and then remove and undo the clip. Okay.
So one thing done. Are you excited about it? Right, so the first thing we're doing is we're going to sand. So the first job that we have is sanding. We'll see how we get on. But we're using 320 discs for this and 320 grit. So we've got quite a lot on our hands.
Taking off all the plastics around the outside of the van here. So this is what it looks like without the plastics and without being cleaned. Yeah, we've got a lot of work on our hands, that's for sure.
So let's speed this up a bit. I get to work, I start cleaning behind where the plastics were. This area is so filthy and really in need of a good clean. So, it feels amazing, it feels very good to get this clean. The side door is a little awkward, but it's cleaner than it was. I want to clean all around that too. Now onto the front passenger door. I really enjoy getting the van like new again. This is only when I realize that I have the other side to do. Oh no. We've distributed the tasks. I'm going to be cleaning, I've cleaned the where Brian's taking the plastics on the other side, so I'll come back and clean here. And then I'm going to be sanding the plastics whilst Ryan does the sanding, the main sanding on the van. And hopefully, are we just doing like sanding from here down, or are we doing all of it? The whole van.
I was really looking forward to getting started with the sanding and testing out the new sander to see if it's as good as the Merca. Using 320 grit sandpaper, 150mm discs, we'll get to work, and it makes light work of the paintwork. I've washed the van and a bit tired. As you can see, it's quite rough and is well in need of a good paint job.
I love it when we get to work together for the same outcome. We're such a good team when we actually get to work together. Sometimes we just butt heads too much. We want to lead and we really clash. So anyways, you know, couple problems, right? But when we actually get to work together and collaborate and we drop our egos, it works wonders. We divide and conquer. Ryan is sanding the van and I'm cleaning all the dirt off to get the surface ready. If we don't clean well, the primer won't stick. We just want the paint to be durable and last forever, with fingers crossed, right? So we've got 2 years for the van for this paint job to last. That's if we don't decide to get it sprayed, maybe in the near future. But yes, the idea is for the van to have the same color and to keep the paint job for at least 2 years, and hopefully after we pass it on to another owner, they get to enjoy it and have as much fun as we're having with it.
This just gives you an idea as to how flat it's going to hopefully be.
Now, let's get on to the plastics that were on the outside of the van. First, I need to sand it all down. I'm using 320 grit sandpaper, most of it by hand. And then the rest with the sander. After a good sanding, this will get a coat of adhesion promoter, which is like a primer for plastics. Then we can add 2 coats of matte black Raptor paint, which is quite durable. While sanding these plastics, we wanted to avoid sanding too much, as it's just a key in order for the adhesion promoter to stick. This will allow the top coat of Raptor to stick and will not peel like many vans have over time. When painting the adhesion promoter or the Raptor, we really want to avoid any flies or any small bits of dust in the paint. This is why we will clean all the plastics after sanding and before anything is applied. Otherwise, the dust will stick under the finish. We will clean these with a brake and clutch cleaner in order to also avoid any oils, grease and any other contaminants from bleeding through to the paint.
While Jenny's sanding the plastics, I keep sanding the van and washing as I go. It's also good to do wet sanding while the van is wet. Don't worry, it's fine when sanding the top layer of paint smooth. The parts that were filled on the van will get sanded with 180 or 120 grit sandpaper until smooth. Then we will go up in the grades and finish at 320 grit. Once the whole van is primed, then we'll go over it all with 320 grit sandpaper and apply 2 coats of top coat. If then there are any spots we're not truly happy with, we can go over this with 800 grit sandpaper or higher with a wet sanding before it's polished out the affected area. Some of these plastics looked really awkward to sand by the way Jenny was sanding them. It looked like some of them would have been better to sand by hand instead of with a sander. They were angled and curved and not the best sander for the plastics to be sanded with. Anyway, she pushed on and they looked great. Jenny's doing a fantastic job and I'm sure they'll look great when fully painted. Jenny, tell me how you're feeling after sanding all them plastics.
Well, I feel like I couldn't have done it with manually, you know. I feel like I couldn't have done it manually because I'm tired holding this. So yes, I'm glad that I did it with this, although it's delaying us to actually sand the main van. Obviously it's going to take us longer, but I'm glad that it's nearly done. And after this, Ryan will get on with the main van. Got little bags that keep sticking to it, and little bits of grass as well. But that, look, there's a bag there. They get stuck to the primer. So just try to, yeah. But all of these are primed, and they're ready. And Mr. Ryan's finishing one side. Mr. Smith is finishing one side. Doing a lovely job, my love. Oh, let's inspect the work. It's doing a very lovely job, very good.
Wow.
He deserves a break. I thought I had finished the plastics, but I haven't. It seems that we had 2 big pieces of plastics inside of the van that I forgot about. Anyway, so all that is done, but we've got the bumper, which is a big piece. I still need to sand it, clean it, and then prime it, and then the front of the van. So I still have quite a bit to do on there. Anyways, hopefully that shouldn't take more than 15-20 minutes. Here's hoping, fingers crossed. And I think Ryan's finished half of the van already. He hasn't done this bit here. Or the roof.
So sanding the roof, and there's a few bit of holes. So I put some. There's a few holes, so I put some Sikaflex over the holes. We'll let that dry and then sand it back a little bit, I guess. I don't know what we're going to do to it, but fun and games. I'm halfway through the roof. I'm on the roof at the moment, and yeah, the roof's probably the hardest bit. I know it hasn't got to be perfect, but I can be a little bit anal when it comes to things like this. So I'll show you the roof. We put some Sikaflex on there just to cover the holes. Yeah, it's just these galleys here, we can't get the sander in, and I'm doing them by hand. I've done that one, and I've done that one, but you know, it's hard work. Hard work, work, work. Hard work, work, work.
So Ryan's put Sikaflex on the van, on the roof, then poured a bucket of water and then scraped it with the sponge. And there is Sikaflex everywhere on the roof. And Monty is... Come here. He's not being a good boy. Come here. Stop looking for things. Yeah. No, he just wants to go and explore and get himself really, really dirty. Anyways, what are you doing, Ryan?
Oh, what do you think I'm doing? Trying to paint a roof.
Don't fall down, please.
Huh?
Don't fall down.
Look, Sikaflex all over it.
Oh dear.
I know.
And whilst Ryan's doing the roof, I decided, well, my task was to finish the adhesive. Well, I washed these yesterday and sanded them yesterday, and I put the adhesive today. And I cleaned these plastics around here. They're not, I think they're covered in paint, but I sanded and painted. Getting wet again. But I'm going to do the adhesive again.
No. Okay, I'm ready to get started. First bit of primer is going to go on the roof. I'm tired already. And now I've got to do the whole roof, but it's all fun and games.
It's a really nice day. It's a sunny day. A bit too hot, Ryan says. Why is that?
The paint dries too quickly.
The paint dries too quickly. So those of you that have painted your vans, have you experienced the same thing? Let us know. Let us know in the comments. What season of the year do you paint your van? Or what season do you paint your house? I mean, let them, van, vehicle, car, the outside of your house. Do you have the same predicament that we're having? Well, I say we, but, I'm just the assistant painter of the roof at least. What you doing, darling?
I'm going through sponge rollers like water.
So what's happening? What's the problem?
Well, I think everyone knows the problem when they roller a van. It's that we've tried to buy the good rollers.
And they're not so good.
Yeah. These ends, they fall apart, unfortunately, which is, you know, everyone knows. Who's ever painted a van will know that. With a roller, of course.
Yeah. Doing really well, darling. I'm very proud of you. Sticking with it.
Look. I caught Jenny doing some work. Look.
I'm always working.
Uh-huh. Let's go up the ladder and have a look. Away we go, up the ladder. Bum, 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 bum. Dum, 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 dum. Ha ha! I can see her.
Hello. Hi. So, I felt sorry for Ryan and I decided to take over because he looked really, really tired. It's not great. I don't want to do this again. Have you painted the roof of your van or car? Yeah, it's hard work, especially in a day like this. But look, half of it is done. Well, primer wise. Yeah, ready? Here.
Oh my god.
I think we're a bit hungry and cranky.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We've just argued about how long it's taken Jenny to edit a video, because
And he's got me flipping working. Physical work, and he expects me to have the brain to edit afterwards. I mean, come on.
I know, but you know, it's life, isn't it? And maybe I'm a little bit demanding.
I've nothing to give me food.
Honest question: how long does it take people to edit a video? Honest question. Please, please, please. If you edit videos, put it in the comments.
Adding animations.
Well,
Loads of clips.
we've just started animations in our video, so you'll see. You'll see if it's Anyway, put it this way: the video that you're about to watch, how long would it take you to edit this video? Honest truth in the comments, please. No moon boy answers. Thank you.
Ryan's editing this one anyway, so we'll see how long it takes him to edit this one.
I'm learning editing slowly. Slowly but surely I'm learning. But anyway, more to the point, not learning editing. What about this painting? Because that's what we're here for. How's it going?
It's going. It's... Oh shit, I better not touch it. It's not great, but it's, yeah, it's working. It's going. It's coming along. I've just got this little bit where I'm sitting left to do. Let me show you. This bit here left.
What, you're going to paint over yourself?
Yeah, I'm going to go like this.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Ryan? Are you enjoying the process?
Oh, massively. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm aching all over, but this is a job that needs doing, and we can't afford to pay someone. Well, it's not in our budget to pay someone to spray it for us. Although we have got a plan of maybe, if it comes out really, really rough, that we're going to pay someone to spray it in a year or so. We will see. what?
Dun-dun-dun.
Well, Jenny's painting the pod.
Hi.
And it is... Should we do a temperature check? Let's do a temperature check. Temperature check. Okay, so while Jenny's painting the pod, it is 16 in Norfolk. I don't know if you can see that, but it's 16 degrees now. In my eyes, it's a little bit too hot to paint, or prime anyway. I think this is it for the day. We've literally done the roof, and that is it. I said to Jenny I'd like to get the pods done at least, so we're going to paint the pods, both sides, and then go from there. I'll show you the roof. The roof is primed. It will get sanded, of course. It's quite thick, so we've done a thick coat of primer. It's because we don't want to get back up here. We'll sand it back, so don't worry.
It felt like you were struggling a bit, so I just felt really sorry for you. And then that's why I volunteered.
So Jenny says that's why she got on the roof, because I was struggling, apparently struggling. To be honest, I was hot, I was aching, and yeah, it was great fun though. Enjoyed every minute of it. Yeah, next time, if there is a next time, it'd be nice to pay someone to do it. So yeah, let's get the pods primed and then call it the end of day 2. And then, well, guess what? Day 3 will start, and then it's more priming. More filling, more sanding after the primer.
That's not very exciting. You need to excite.
Apparently I need to excite. So I'm void of energy. Exciting. I'll let you judge for yourselves. This roller's falling apart, of course. Yeah, that's right. That's what happens. What?
I said we need a new one, but more exciting things are coming, so keep watching for tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we are going to get this all sanded and ready for top coat. See how it looks.
Good morning, everyone. We're back, and Ryan's at work now. He's straight at work. He's going to take the roof, and I'm going to take one of the sides. Got my dust sheets ready over there, and then I'm going to take one of the sides. Don't know which side, but then we don't have a lot of time, so we need to start and get to completing this task. We've got too many to come. We've got limited time as well, so. I had to stop because Ryan started throwing water at me. Thanks, Ryan. So my actually painting the bottom part is not going very well.
I did get to throw water at you in the last video.
Yes, that's the second video. He gets to throw water at me. Not cool, Ryan, not cool. I bet you enjoyed that very much.
No, you asked me to do it.
Did I?
For content.
I don't remember that. I'd prove it. Do you guys see that? He just chucked that broom at me. I thought you were going to do more.
It's day 3 and we've come in the morning and sanded the roof. I've done a little bit of filler on the holes and we're ready to wash, sand again and top coat. Have a look. Feeling a bit more positive today. Yesterday was pretty tiring. So, iconic moment. I'm about to put the paint on, the green paint. Boy, let's have a look. Lovely jubbly, lovely jubbly. Diddly dee 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 dee. Oh, look at that. What a beauty. This is the, what I'm calling iconic green. Iconic green, here we go. Here I go again, painting vans. Beautiful. Lovely jubbly, lovely jubbly. Okay. Well, this is a lot easier to paint than the primer, that's for sure. Goes on nice and smooth. Hopefully we go through less roller heads as well, because so far we've gone through quite a lot. We've gone through probably, well, we had, what, 2 in each pack, 14 I think we've been through. And all we've done is prime the roof, prime the pods, and half around the bottom of the van. As in one side of the van, that's it. So, yeah, going through them. Let's take you to some time lapse. We're at the midway point on day 3. I just wanted to give you an update as to how we're getting on. We have primed the bottom part of the van, both sides. Jenny's just about finished. She's just doing it in the doorway now.
You guys want to have a look? Have a look, have a look, have a look.
So the people who painted the van orange before, they didn't do in the door shuts. So Jenny's just going to paint them. She should be masking up the rubbers as well, but so yeah, mask the rubbers up, darling, please. I have painted the roof, done one coat on it, but fairly happy. Not sure if the paint's going to go all the way, so I'm going to leave the second coat for last, because obviously we don't know if the paint's going to last. We bought a 5 litre tub of paint. It seems to be going a lot further than the primer. We definitely ran out of primer. We bought a 5 litre primer. Definitely need at least 10 litres on this job. So what I have done is we bought a spray rattle can for the primer, 500 millilitres. And I've sprayed a bit. You can feel the difference. So this is the rattle can spray there, and this is the rollered spray, the rollered primer. It's both high build primer. I'm quite impressed with the finish on the rattle can. So because we've run out of primer, what we're going to do is we're going to rattle can the rest of the van in the primer, high build primer. So we've bought 12 cans, 12 more cans. So that would be 13 cans plus a 5 litre primer. It's a long wheelbase Mercedes Sprinter, so it's quite juicy on the old paint by the looks of it. I just want to show you the roof. So this is after one coat. What do you think? How are you finding the priming, Jenny?
Priming's not too bad because we can sand it and then, yeah. I'm trying to do it a bit thinner than I did it on the roof.
Yeah.
Because I think I did it too thick in the roof and you paid you
Yeah.
paid for it.
Yeah, when I was sanding it, it was quite difficult to sand.
It's
Never going to be perfect because it's the roof.
I could hear him moaning, "Oh, Jenny, oh, Jenny."
No.
Not you.
It's nice to have some help.
Anyway, so what about you? Anyone that's painted their car or the van, how much paint do you use, and what was your experience? It'd be great to know. Tell us in the comments. Day 4. Very exciting. Very excited to be back. We're really tired. And it looks like someone's vandalized our van. It looks worse and worse every time we come back. But hey, let's hope it looks gorgeous by the time we finish with it. What do you think, Mr. Smith?
Day 4, we're back. Today we will sand the pods down and give them a coat of Raptor. We'll also coat the Raptor along the bottom half of the van down here. Let's take a little walk around and show you what it's like after the beginning of day 4. So we're getting a new windscreen, which is great because it's allowed me to prime all the way in here and all the way around the window.
The plan is to put Raptor on the pods, on the plastics, right? And I think at the bottom, from what I understand, I think Brian's got a better picture than I do. Hopefully I should be able to picture it by the time it's painted, or half of it is painted. And when we come back in about a week, we should be priming, putting the primer on the rest of the van. And we also need to mask all the areas and all the windows and all the handles that we're not going to be painting. So we still have a long way to go, but it's progressing. Yes, we're moving in the right direction. Yeah, you can see my hands. No.
We're just about to put the Raptor on.
It's giving me anxiety.
Why is it giving you anxiety?
Because it looks too neat, and I need to. It's put pressure that I need to do a very good job.
So what have we done in preparation for this? Like in terms of the
We've
masking?
checked some primer. No, I'm only joking. No, we sanded, we cleaned, we sanded, we put primer, we sanded again, and here we are, cleaned again.
Masking tape.
We did the masking tape, yeah, masking tape around.
Go on then, Jenny.
Let's see how we get on. Wish me luck. Seriously, I am riddled with anxiety.
Perfect. Baby, you did such a good job with the priming yesterday. Why are you anxious?
I don't know. This is the top coat.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, I understand. A ladder prepared as well for her, as well as a stool. And yeah, I mean, it looks beautiful, gorgeous.
It's a lot easier than the primer.
is it?
It is, because the primer was really thick and it dried up really quickly.
That's right. Well, that's why we've gone into rattle cans for the remainder of the priming.
Hey, Mr. Monty, how are you? Lay down there. Good boy. How are you getting on, my love?
Well, I'm painting the Raptor on the plastics.
And yourself?
How am I getting on?
Yeah, how are you getting on?
Well, it's hard work, but it's great fun.
Cool. Show us.
You know,
How do
it's
you
nice being in the sun, spending time with Jenny and
paint?
Monty, and being a van lifer.
No, you're not van lifer, remember?
No, I'm not a van lifer. I'm a painter. I'm a plumber with a painter's hat in a van life.
Well, we're currently painting our home. Not the home to go to for now. You know. So we've got, so I've got some duct tape here, and we've taken the number plate from there. Nowhere near what we wanted to get done.
Okay, the 5 days.
Yeah, we allocated the 5 days and got some done. And these are the pieces that Ryan's done.
Also, I wanted to add, when we bought the van, some of the plastics were missing, so we had to buy some more from eBay. Honestly, this wasn't the best experience, as some of the plastics don't fit perfectly, and the holes on the back of them attached to the van, they don't line up. The W907 is slightly different to the W906, as in the plastic clip have a small rubber grommet on the back in order to avoid leaks. This is a great upgrade from Mercedes. End of day 4. Let's see how it looks. First coat on the Raptor, around the van, all underneath, pods. That pod's had 2 coats. We might give it a light sand and a light coat again. But that's the bottom half of the van done, minus the back door. We just did a colour comparison there. Obviously needs another coat, but just throwing the plastics back on just to see how it's going to look. Very happy with it so far. We've done the front bumper and the grille. We've also done all the Raptor first coated. We've sanded the whole van and we've put a first top coat on the roof. So yeah, we need to prime the van, sand it all, put a first coat on the van, and then everything will all be final coated.